So what's new at s&s?
Well, we had one of the most active years in our company's history this past year with the opening of 3 major coasters in the U.S.
Yeah.
One being Steel Curtain, the other one being Max Force, and the third being the Joker out in Discovery Kingdom.
So, which one's your favorite so far?
You know what? I like them all. It's like picking a favorite child. You know. So I have difficulty, but I'm really pleased with the outcome and the designs that we came up with for all 3, and it's really they've been strong, very popular, lots of media coverage. So we've been and the park's been very happy with it as well.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So when you work on all these roller coasters, do you have the chance to ride each one of them?
I do, and sometimes I get in them a little timid because I'm scared, just like anybody else. And then they're a ton of fun. They're a ton of fun, and these ones are, like I said, are a little extra special because the launch coaster with Max Force in Chicago it's one of the first ones that we actually, it's the first one we've done in the U.S. in about 15 years. So very excited about that ride. We've done a lot of work in China, but haven't had that opportunity to get one of these in the U.S. or in Europe. So we think it's going to actually jumpstart that or re-jumpstart that business.
Nice. I rode just one of these pressure s&s launch coasters, the one in Happy Valley in
the Dampa? No.
From the new generation.
Oh yeah, the new generation. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is it Happy Valley with the red trail?
Yep.
You have 2 of them with the mirrored layout.
Yep. Yeah, it's an intense ride.
Yeah, very good one. Love that one.
Yeah, the thing, our launch is really unique. That air launch technology really makes it different from an LSM or a hydraulic. It's honestly, it's the fastest acceleration in the industry, and it's not a slow build up. You're gone. And at 1.8 seconds, you're 130 kilometers an hour.
It's a great ride. Yeah. So yesterday you told me that you're also some sort of enthusiast.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So how did you find your way into the business side of the industry?
Well, you have to go back to when I was about 4 years old. So my father's company, my father worked for a steel company called Cartech in Pennsylvania. Yeah. And his company used to do a full park buyout of Hershey Park. Okay. And so literally my oldest childhood memories and my favorite childhood memories were going to the park that year when the company did the buyout of the park. And I think now when I go and we open a ride, my favorite thing to do is to stand at the exit to the rides to see those expressions and see the faces and the smiles and potentially the lifelong memories that we're creating for someone else that maybe 40 years from now will be sitting in this booth doing what I do. So it actually gives me goosebumps. So it's like I said, I'm a coaster enthusiast, but more so I'm actually a park enthusiast. I love all the rides in a park, and I especially like unique rides. That makes it a little different, a little special. Each park has some personality. So, and that's kind of how I got inspired to get into the industry. And then, my start in the industry was actually working for IAAPA. I was the vice president at conferences, trade shows, and sales in IAAPA. Prior to that, I worked my whole career in marketing with Domino's Pizza and McDonald's. And so I learned a lot of corporate understanding and planning and strategic thinking, but then I had an opportunity to work in a dream industry, and it turned out to be just as fun as I thought it would be.
So I think your first stop was then Hershey Park?
Yep. I was at IAAPA first for about 7-8 years, and then I went to Premier Rides.
Okay.
Actually, one of my competitors, great guys, Jim Shea. Hi, Jim. And then Hershey Park, and now s&s. Yeah. So I've had a unique opportunity to see the industry from the association view, from the manufacturer, and from the park side, and of course as a guest myself.
Where did you go? Which is the best side?
That's a great question. Actually, they all have their positives. I mean, I think when I retire, I'm going to be a greeter at a park, so probably Hershey.
Yeah.
So I think they all have their unique benefits. I think this industry is so small and the people are so friendly. It doesn't matter if I'm competing with someone from a park side or from a manufacturing side. Those people remain my friends regardless of that competition outside of the workplace and the sales. It's a very genuine industry. People are very friendly, and friendships are real. It's not just for show.
That's it, yeah. Cool. Pete, thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Enjoy the show, yeah?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.